We can switch it also to English if it's responding to all the participant needs. So it's no problem for us to speak also in English. If you can confirm that English is okay as second language for this presentation, yes? I was speaking about English because we have this question in chat, if the session will be run in Romanian or in English. So that's why I'm asking if we can vote if you prefer to have it in English or in Romanian. Some in one presentation or one, okay, perfect. Okay, so we will keep it in English. So 1 more minute, and I believe that after we can start. You're welcome. You're welcome for the English speech with us today. So, okay, I think we can start. Thank you for your presence today and for participating to this event organized by our colleagues and partners, ABSL. I'm Anne-Maria Ionescu from KPMG. I'm the director of the Digital Solutions team, or the Lighthouse team. And together with me, I have two of my colleagues. It's Mari Coman, which is the team leader of the RPA team in this digital solution team, and Alex Stryko, who is the director in KPMG and is responsible for also RPA and automation team. Our presentation of today will be split in we'll cover some of the applications that we developed internally, and we also developed together with our partners, with our technological partners, and how we want to proceed for the next 2 hours that we will spend together. We will show you some use cases and demos and also videos with some of these selected applications. And I propose to also please feel free to use the chat to interrupt us with any questions or more detailed information that you want to have for all the applications that we will present. And okay. Mari, Alex, if you want to introduce yourself, and also it will be helpful for us in order to adjust the speech. If you can complete here in the chat your position in your company, and here it will be helpful for us because somehow we are all more technical guys. And if it's better for us to know how deep we can enter into technical details, or just to cover the topics from a more commercial approach and more processes-oriented approach, aligned with the positions that we are having in your companies.
So, Anne-Maria, I would start a few words about myself. I'm Alexandru Stryko. As Anne-Marie said, I'm a director in KPMG. I'm leading the Audit Delivery Academy, which is basically a shared service center for KPMG Romania and 5 other KPMG offices across Europe. We provide support services mainly for our audit teams, but not only. So we also provide support for our tax and advisory practices. And I'm looking forward to show you one of the apps that we are using the most in the delivery center, and to see together how this could help your organizations as well. So, Mari, I hand over.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Good morning, everyone. Very nice to meet you all. My name is Mari Coman. I am the senior team leader of the automation team with focus on RPA and many other technologies. I'm working, I was an ex-auditor for more than 4 years, and since 2017, I'm leading this wonderful automation team in KPMG, with main focus on building automated solutions for internal purposes, for clients, and also for our network. And I'm very happy that I will present you some of the, let's say, theoretical part of our job, the methodology, and I will also share with you some use cases of some tools that we've created for our clients. Thank you.
Okay, so can Mari please start to share the slides that we prepared? We will start with a short introduction about us, about our division. So far, you are used with KPMG for delivering all legacy portfolio covering audit, tax and legal, and consultancy topics for enterprise clients. Starting with this year, we are focusing also on building this digital force, and with the team that I'm managing, for us to be able also to deliver the consultancy guidance that we are promoting to our clients. So if you can go to the next slide. Starting with this year, KPMG Romania has been accepted into the Lighthouse family of KPMG, which is a community built around the technical resources in KPMG. And we are very proud of this success, because around the globe we have around 100, more than 160 KPMG affiliates. So we have a presence in around 160 countries, and part of this Lighthouse family are only 35. So we've been through a very rigorous audit process in terms of technological knowledge that the team in Romania has it on different types of technology, like RPA, like machine learning, like AI. And after this audit, we were accepted. So this is how now we are part of this 10K plus professional globally in this Lighthouse family, and we are part of, we have much more quick access to the global partnerships that KPMG is having, and I will name it some of them: Microsoft, Google Cloud, UiPath, Oracle, or IBM. We have also 23 global innovation centers established, again throughout this Lighthouse family, and we have access to all this, all the projects, all the solutions, or all the technical resources around KPMG that can help us to grow our local team, and also to bring similar experience to our Romanian customers. The local team that I'm managing, I'm coming from IT, so I have more than 15 years of experience in sales and managing IT companies in Romania, with focus on enterprise clients from different type of industries like telco, utilities, or finance. And we have mainly technical resources which are specialized in different type of technologies. We are focusing on low-code, no-code platform like UiPath, or like Druid, or Aurachain. These are technologies that we will use in our today presentations with the robots and solutions that we've built based on these technologies. We also have experience in more standardized applications like SQL database or .NET or front-end solutions. And we also we didn't limit our knowledge, for example, on RPA only on UiPath, but we extended also this knowledge on other RPA solutions like Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism. So benefiting of the expertise that KPMG has in the design processes, regardless if we're discussing about audit or tax and legal or consultancy advisory part. We want to take this expertise in our team and to be able, as I said at the beginning, to also implement the solutions that we are proposing in the consultancy phase. From IT perspective, we can cover the name technologies, and also we have a dedicated division for the cybersecurity side of your business, and we will also be with you on your journey for after the implementation phases for support and maintenance, and of course the training. And also one more slide about, this is the last slide about our competency. With this local team from Romania, we covered, we delivered projects throughout the globe. Of course, we have our clients in Romania, but we also have clients in Europe, like Switzerland, Poland, and outside Europe. And also we built a significant number of robots that can respond to needs industries. And I will jump now into, Madi, maybe we can leave the methodology part behind, and we will use this when we will discuss about RPA solutions. And I will jump directly to one of the applications that we built. It's a dedicated application that was required by our HR team during this pandemic crisis. And it's called the check-in app application. And this came in place to cover the need that we had with our own employees in being able to have the full traceability of their presence in the office or in the client's office or in the relation that we have that they have with the public sector entities for their clients. And for this, in Romania, for example, we have 5 locations, and we wanted to have all this option to, in case of one person infected with COVID, to be able to establish if he was in the office, if she was in the office, with whom he interacted, and if the place of work was with the client, also to be able to notify the client and to establish the traceability for a number of days. So in this case, what we did, we built this application which allows us as employees to be in the office or allows us to come in the office only if we are selecting one dedicated office, dedicated desk. For that, we mapped the entire buildings that we have in the 5 locations, and floor by floor, we determined which are the suitable desks to be reserved by our employees in order to cover this traceability. Also, another scope that we try to cover with this application is from cost reduction perspective. Specifically, in our case, we have in Romania, in Bucharest, in our office buildings, 4 floors. And with this application and the reduced number of people that we are having in the office, because we are still working remote and we are open for some employees to come in the office if it's necessary. And when you come in the office, you have to book this place for on-site presence. So because we have 5 floors and we have a reduced number of employees coming to work, we also consider this cost reduction aspect in the idea that we are opening only part of the floors. And in case of some person it's infected, we can close for disinfection the specific floor in which he reserved the desk, and we can open the other ones. So how this application is working? It's a simple portal. It's a simple web page where you can say at the beginning that I can select the country if the company has offices in multiple countries, like we are providing now this solution inside KPMG group. I selected Romania, and I selected the fact that I want to book on site. We have this map with our offices. I will select the Bucharest because this is my location. And here you can see that out of the 4 the floors that we have in the Bucharest building, we have the availability to check only 3 floors. One of the floors is dedicated for, I will go here, it's dedicated for specific teams, and I don't have the right to select on this colored segments because they are specialized departments, and I don't have the access here. So I will move to just one second. Sorry for this. So I will check Bucharest again, and I will select 4th floor. And as you can see here, this is a real-time showcase. This is how the people are currently in the office. And you can see that the desks are available only by assuring the minimum distance that it's imposed by COVID requirements. So if I'm checking one desk, which is green, this means that it's still available. I will have to complete, just one second, I don't know if you see my, I have the option to enter to select the date for which I'm reserving the seat. It can be for 1 day or for 1 week. In our case, we have also the approver selection. In some cases, this is not needed. Some of our clients didn't ask for this. And also in our case, we are asked to provide the reason why am I coming in the office. And for other clients, they didn't ask to these 2 fields about approver and reason. Another aspect is that this application is also visible for the office administration part. In Bucharest or in our buildings, the entrance, it's only through the office administration side. So we have the reception area. And after the checks are done, the temperature checks are done, the ladies from reception are verifying if I created this request in the application. If I'm not, if I didn't request it, that is not approved by my manager, I'm not allowed to enter into the office, into the desks area. I have the option to create in that moment from my laptop this request. Or the other option is to live at home because I'm not allowed to enter into the desks area. So this is the presentation. From my side, on the check-in app, if you have questions, please I will switch now. Sorry, I will switch now to this. So if you have questions about this, please share or anytime. And if no, Mari, we can move to Alex. We can move to the other application. And if questions will arrive, we will respond yes to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. There is one question, but I think it's better if we park this at the end. It's about how to attract specialists and good people, and convince them return in Romania. But I would let this question for the end, if you want. And I would add one more thing, Anne-Marie, about the check-in app is that once you have done the bookings and you have the approvals, all these changes and approvals are of course announced via email either to the requester or to the approver. So there is a tracing behind, and everyone is notified about approvers and all the actions done there. Now I will switch to, you want to add something, Anne-Marie?
Just an add that we already experienced the benefits of this application in the idea that we had some colleagues tested positive, and some of them were present in the office, and this application really helped us to create the traceability of that persons inside the company, and to get in contact with all the persons that were in the same days with them in the office, and to be able to put all the measures in place in order to avoid the growing number of infected employees.
I will now jump to the second application that we wanted to showcase. It's called the Confirmations Portal. And I have my screen with you. It's a tool that is helping us to manage all the confirmations that we are sending for our audit clients. I would say for other companies which are not in the audit, let's say, type of services, this is a very good tool to handle the year-end confirmation of balances and transactions. So it can be easily implemented in any kind of company. The law requires us, to send those requests at least once a year. And I would say it's a tool that could be easily converted to other functions as well, not necessarily finance. If I'm to think about HR, I would say this tool could help to manage the flow of emails sent and answers received to employees. If you want, I don't know, to indicate different measures, promotions, or emails that are meant to send to each individual. Or if you think about it, you can use it to manage, applications for job openings that you have in your companies, and it helps you to trace all the emails for a specific individual. Some statistics about the tool itself and why we developed this one. I would start with the why. Us as a delivery center and as a support for the KPMG network, we had difficulties in the past years to handle those letters sent either via email, fax, or post. And there were, a lot of, if you want, complaints from our audit colleagues that they need a daily status. They need to know who replied, what's the amount confirmed, and so on. So this status was a must. Secondly, there were some operational challenges in terms of, making sure that all the papers received via the fax machine are all in one place, and we don't lose any paper. You don't lose electricity and the fax is not working, or you don't miss any papers at the reception because you have received some replies via post. That being said, we said 3 years ago we need to move all of this online. So we channeled all this communication only via email. As an example, this tool managed last year to handle almost 30,000 emails only for KPMG Romania. Out of which, if you want, 20,000 are emails sent, and roughly 10,000 are replies received and valid. So we got almost a 50% response of valid answers, which is quite good, and it's increasing. Secondly, this tool being online, it's very easy to access. You are not, depending on a person to make all these changes and updates and send those reports to the teams. In terms of implementation, this tool is being used, as I said, in Romania. We also implemented in KPMG Brazil and KPMG Saudi Arabia, which proves that language is not a barrier. So if we need to send letters and attachments in different languages, being that Arabic, Portuguese, or whatever, that can be handled very, very easily. Also, in terms of statistics, as you see, my account is an administrator account, so I see all the accounts created. We reached up to date about 4,400 accounts created, being I don't know, either directly solved by the audit teams or by the delivery center itself. The way it works is that you have to create an account, meaning that you as a company, you just specify that you want to handle the confirmation process at year end, being that let's say 31st of December or any other date if you have a different financial year. There are some very easy fields that you need to complete. There is the account title. This is a list with our audit clients. Then there is the account contact name, meaning the person in charge with this process from our audit client. After that, you have a contact from KPMG, which is the team member in charge with the process. And here you have a link to our Active Directory where you see all the active employees in KPMG Romania. Manager, which is populated automatically, and several dates. Probably the most important is the date that you want to confirm, meaning that if the financial year is ending 31st of December, we would select this date in this case. Why do we need to put all this data here? This is because those letters will be populated automatically. So once you have the account created and the third party included in the account, the letters themselves would be completed automatically. If you ask me, this is not something wow, because we had in the past solutions that were able to generate word letters starting from some templates. But the improvement and the value added proposition is that after you have these letters created, the tool will send them the specified date. We call it first confirmation date. So if I select, let's say, 31st of September, then all those letters, being that hundreds of or thousands of letters, will be sent on that specified date. After they are sent, the portal is looking on the functional mailbox dedicated for this process, and it's sorting all those answers and map the related answers to a specified account. But we'll get to that. Let's take it step by step. This is the step where we create an account for this financial year, let's say. After we have created the account itself, you have several functionalities. First is to change the data that you already created, meaning that if you change your mind and you want to change the dates or the names or the emails addresses, you can click edit and you change what you have inserted earlier in the same screen. Then you have manage account users, and if I go in this tab, this is the functionality where you handle the people that should have access to your account. Generally, there are three types of users. We have the super users, which are the administrators, and here on the list we have some IT guys plus team members from the delivery center. You have the account owner, and the account owner are the person is the person that created the account plus the related manager. And thirdly, you have the normal account users, which are team members that you can add or remove as you need. After you have handled the users' access, you have the most important step to fill, which is putting in or filling in the third parties. And I will go to an empty account to explain the steps, and then I will show you one filled account, a real account. Once I have all the previous steps completed, here in this tab, we need to put the list of recipients. Being either persons or companies, we need to include them in here. You have two options, either to include them one by one. So you have a tab here, which is called Add New Confirming Entity. Once you press it, you type the name of the company, then you put the phone number, fax, those are optional fields. And of course, you need to put the contact name, which is, I don't know, either an accountant from that company, or I don't know, CFO or someone else. Related email address, this is a mandatory field, otherwise the portal is unable to send those letters. You specify the language to use. For Romania, we use Romanian and English. You put the letter type because you are sending different type of letters. Yeah, you send it to clients, you send it to banks, suppliers, lawyers, and so on. We have a huge list here. It's about 20 templates, and then you hit save. But of course, no one will, prefer to add those by hand. This is why we included Excel upload functionality, which is quite easy to use template. You fill it in and then you upload it. First, you put the company name. Let's say, I don't know, ABC company. Then you put the contact name and surname. It's, I don't know, Popescu, let's say. Popescu. Then you put the related email address, which is, I don't know, company, probably a company address email. You specify the language to use. Here we have multiple options because if we are to speak about other countries, French and Dutch, it's also on the list. And then once you have selected the related language, you need to specify the type of the letter. Now, if you want to, visualize a bit how this looks after you upload this Excel, I will go to a real account where we have all this data populated. So once I open this this tab, you see all this list of entities and contacts uploaded. As an example, some have fewer numbers of letters, 20, 30 letters. But for example, our finance, it's handling this process for all our entities. And there we speak about 700 or 800 third parties added in this tool. Once you have uploaded the letter respondents, you have to generate the letters. So as you see here, we have a letter in English, which is for a client. So I'm confirming trade receivables. I generate the letter, and then I visualize it because maybe I need to, do some changes, put a stamp, or do whatever changes I need to do. The template looks like this. The black text, it's the standard text from a template. The red
Alex,
one,
just one mention, if you can share this file, because we are seeing not the Word file, we are seeing the platform.
In a second. share it again because I've shared only the screen with the portal itself. So I should put it. So now you should see it.
Yes, it's okay now.
So this is the letter that was generated, and I was saying that the red text, it's basically the data that it's populated from the account directly. Yeah? So once you have all the data, it's generated and you have all the letters created. Once you have done that, this letter is automatically sent to the third parties, and I will switch back to the screen with the portal itself. Now that I have all these letters generated and uploaded, I don't have to do anything else. So me as a user, I create the account, I generate the letters. If I want to review them, I will do that. If not, we can send those letters directly, and the portal will do the rest. Meaning that it will wait for 31st of September to send all these emails to those contacts. And after 31st of September, it will follow up on all the replies received. It will map all the letters, all the emails actually, because we are talking about emails received, and you have everything mapped in one line. So if I want to see all the emails generated to EcoFrost, for example, I don't need to, look in my Outlook account and search for the emails or look on the network. I just press the button to view all related emails, and you see here you have mapped all the emails that the portal has sent by itself. First sent, it's the first time we send the request. Second sent is the kind reminder, meaning that the portal is able to identify if you haven't received any reply, it will send a kind reminder after a few days. Once you have also the response, then you are notified that you have a response in there. So in a few words, this is about it. It's able to monitor and trace all this exchange of emails. You have the possibility to save all the screens in Excel and share it with third parties, or us, we share it with our audit clients. And if I press this button, you will see it will replicate everything that I showed you in an Excel file. I think if I open it, I want to share it, change my share. Wait a second. Yeah, so it's the same table, but you have the option to see it in Excel as well. And I have a couple of more things to say about it, and then maybe we can jump to questions and to see how we can how this can actually help you in your activities. So I'll jump back to the portal itself, and because this is a very huge table to follow, and we probably would prefer a more simplified version. There is another functionality which is called status, and it means that for this client, and okay, the client name is not that important, but the functionality itself is there is a simplified version of the tracing mechanism where okay, this is my list of third parties, these are the statuses. The ones with green, for example, it means that this process is closed because I have received the reply, everything is fine, I can use it as an audit evidence. The one in yellow are supposed to wait for other steps, either kind reminders, either exchange of emails, because sometimes you need more clarifications. There are some forwards within a company that are sent from a person to another. There is a long list of emails that might be exchanged. And if this is not good enough, this year we are working on version 2, which is supposed to handle this process end-to-end, meaning that we'll move it, we are working to move it in cloud, and to handle as well the reconciliation process, meaning that, you know, with these letters, we request to confirm some balances at year end or some transactions during the year. You know, finance department, for example, is interested to cover as well the automated reconciliation, meaning that a third party will reply and would say, okay, my balance towards you is 1 million, let's say. Us in our books, we have 900,000. They want to know that there is a difference of 100,000. So this is something that it's planned to be launched this year. By this, we will be able to be one of the first that will handle this type of processes end-to-end. There are, you know, big competitors out there having similar solution. The biggest one is from US, but none of them, you know, managed to handle the process also from an automated reconciliation perspective. Now, if we are to speak from an HR point of view only and not marketing or finance or audit, my first impression is that this tool could be easily converted in a tool that would help you, you know, to manage huge volumes of emails towards employees or towards possible new colleagues that apply, you know, on your job recruitment offer. So I'm open to questions, I think it's better to stop sharing the screen and look on the chat to see questions that we might have. For the moment, I don't see any about the portal itself, but you know, once you have them, please type them in, and I will be more than happy to answer to you. So,
so I thank you, Alex, for this presentation. Before any questions will be addressed, I will respond to the questions addressed for the check-in app desk. And it was related to the fact if it's an enterprise solution or it's an application created by KPMG. So it's a fully in-house application developed by us. So it was built based on the request of our HR team in order for them to be able to take immediately this health check and security measures in case of someone is infected, to have this real-time view on the employees that are not working from home. They're engaged in our offices or in our clients' offices. And also to reduce the costs with you know, office administration by not using the entire space when we have a very limited numbers of employees in the office. So it's fully in-house developed by us. It's a .NET based application. It's available both on premise and on cloud, and we are improving constantly this app because we received a lot of positive feedback and also requests for different types of functionalities that we didn't thought at the beginning, but they came from our customers. They were generated from our customer needs and requests. So we are constantly improving it. After the presentation, we will share with you the slides that we presented, and in these slides we will cover all the apps that we decided to showcase to you. Yes, the application is fully customizable. So the check-in application, it's fully customizable. It's integrated with the Active Directory of the company. So this is how I'm recognized, as I showed you, I'm recognized as a company employee, and also my manager, it's recognized. So that's why I can select it from the approval list, who is my manager. And it's a web application, yes. And I believe that the question from Mr. Stănescu about if the portal can be deployed on premise, it's for the application, the notification application. And yes, currently it's on premise. We are working to move it to cloud also, but it's on premise. And even if it's cloud, it can be, of course, the private cloud of the client. Okay. I believe that this question, please show it again. It's about the check-in app desk application. What I will propose, because we have other apps in plan to show it to you, establish after this meeting a dedicated one by one. Yes, with Mr. Maxim, I suppose, and to show it to you directly. We will share also our contact details, so we can discuss in much more detail after this this panel. Okay, now Mari, I am handling to you.
Thank you, Anne. I just share my screen and please let me know if everything is okay. We'll continue the presentation that we started in the beginning, and I will cover this methodology and how we actually implement solutions, automated solutions. Either we discuss about RPA solutions or other custom application that we are building, including portals, including chatbot solutions, and including any other solutions that may help you. Because we will focus mainly on RPA in this presentation, and I will share with you some use cases. I will share with you some videos about some robots that we have. I just wanted to present a bit the importance of having automated solutions implemented. This is a fact in these days. Nowadays, that the tasks are being more repetitive, more exposed to human error risks, and they tend to cost as much as before. The companies and the business industry in general tend to go to automated solutions. There are trends, there are forecasts built that shows that in the future more and more companies will adopt this type of work, implementing automated solutions. Either they are fully automated solutions that will replace most of the manual work, or their scope will be only to enhance the efficiency of the tasks that are currently managed into their businesses. We will present to you the methodology that we have in matter of implementing solutions. As I mentioned before, we globally use a 6-step methodology that cover all the parts of a success and efficient implementation story. The first one will be the frame, which means that together with your team, our specialist, which implies business analysts, solutions architects, developers, and let's say more generic advisory persons that and consultants that KPMG is well known for, we'll discuss with you, and we'll understand the issues and the opportunities that you have in matter of changing the way that everything works for the moment, and to draw a plan on how we can enhance the process that are currently manual, let's say, handled. After that, we'll go into a discovery phase. Discovery means that we'll better understand the processes. We'll try to identify opportunities. We'll try to prepare, let's say, a solutions architectures to present to you, which means that we'll involve our partners related to technology providers, which will bring their capabilities and will help to design the potential solutions, which will of course be the part, the natural part of to be process, where we'll redesign the entire processes. We'll let's say draw the architectures of the potential solutions, and together we'll define the best practices that may be implemented in your architectures of processes. Then we'll go to build up a prototype, which is the MVP product that we're calling it, which will include the basic functionalities in order to help you to understand better the capabilities and the efficiency of the tools and the robots that we will implement for you. After that, we're going to test it. Of course, this is the natural part of the implementation, in order to validate if the solutions is what is supposed to be. Of course, in order to compare with the KPIs and the goals that we set in the beginning. After that, we will cover the priorities and scale. Of course, this means that the MVP that we built in the prototype phase needs to be scaled up, needs to have any additional features that we'll identify on the way. And this part will also, let's say, enhance the technologies and the architectures that is available in the first part. And we'll of course add any more features that will be needed. After that, as Anne-Marie mentioned in the first part, we'll focus on the post-implementation support and maintenance, which means that we'll provide to you full support on let's say maintaining the application up and running, updating the application, and of course training on using the application and adding enhancement to the application that may be available. This is a process implementation high-level approach. This is how we usually present our MVP, our minimum viable product. We have summarized the steps that I presented before to you in a timeline perspective. For the usually propose a timeline of 2 weeks, which includes all the parts that needs to be done in order to understand and to draw the to-be process, the process editing, in order to cover all the aspects, which includes the technology used, which includes the actors that will be using the technology, and of course we'll cover the let's say approvals, internal approvals that the tool needs to have. From the perspective of risk, IT, and so on. After that, we'll go to the solution build, to the setup of the solutions, which usually we estimated to be about 3 weeks. Of course, we're discussing about the POC, we're discussing about the pilot product, a minimum viable product. For, let's say, a bigger project, this timeline can be changed. After that, of course, we'll have the testing phase. The testing phase, which consists in three major steps. One, it will be the internal development tests. After that, we'll have a full on production test, let's call it like that, which will be the alpha version. And after that, we'll go to beta version, which will be the test done by the clients usually. And after this, the testing phase is done and the problems are solved. There are adjustments that needs to be done and there are solved. We go, of course, to the go live, to the production steps, and of course the support that we'll offer to you after this phase is done. For the next slides, I will share with you some use cases, some real use cases that we have. I will present to you several solutions. Some of them are created internally, and we offer them mostly as software as a service for our clients. and some of them are solutions that we've built and deployed on clients' premises. And in this way, we'll cover, let's say, a wide area of solutions that we are creating. The first solution is the solutions that we are using in KPMG for more than 3 years. It's the VAT solution. I will start this video so you can see what's happening, and I will try to cover the video for you and to try to let you know what's happening. I will pause from time to time the solutions in order to give you some more information. The idea is of the robot is that starting from the journals, from the transactions journals. Not sure if you okay. Starting from the sales and purchases journal, the transactions journals, the robot, which is an RPA solutions based on the RPA architecture, will identify the types of the transactions available from those reports. Will connect to the local authorities' websites, to ANAF. It will also connect to the VS, which is the European portal for checking the VAT registration numbers. It will identify the status of each third party, and will automatically calculate the VAT reports, and will also draft the XML reports, which are then uploaded in Duke, and drafted the VAT statements. Of course, we're discussing about the VAT statements used in Romania, which is the D300, D304, and D394 reports and statements. So basically, this robot it's automated filling and drafting the VAT reports that you need to do it month by month, and sending to the national authorities. It's a robot that we've built it in 2017. It's a robot that it's still ongoing. Of course, we've done updates every time there are changes in the legislation, in the regulations, and the tool needs to stay updated in order to work. This is a type of the solutions that we are providing for our clients. Where the clients, for example, send us the reports, the transactions reports, and we provide them with the VAT statements. Of course, this is a solution that can be also installed in prem, deployed on prem, and it can be connected directly to your systems in order to collect the data from the ERP. Because I don't have much time, I will just move forward to the next slide, and I will try to be as fast as possible.
I interrupt you a second. I want to excuse myself. I need to jump in a second call. Thank you for the invitation and hope you enjoyed it. I'm available for any questions that you might have. I'll take it afterwards. Thanks a lot and good luck with the presentation going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. So now I will share with you some information related to solutions that we built for one of our telco clients. It's a big RPA solution which involves, let's say, multiple features. The main purpose of this robot was to handle all the requests or the request that comes from the sales agents. So basically, the sales agent sends a request. The request consists in filling up an acquisition, let's say, plan for corporate clients, for their corporate clients. The sales agent sends a request to the RPA robot. The RPA takes that request and goes to let's say to the entire acquisitions flow. This is this is mainly focused on device acquisitions, and I'm referring to mobile devices, routers, and other, let's say, hardware components of the telco industry.
I believe we lost you, or?
Yes, he dropped off.
Okay. Let's if it's possible, please let's wait a little bit for him to reestablish the connection. So all the robots that we presented so far in the application are built by KPMG. We are, building our strategy in terms of applications and are moving for are orienting on the low-code platform as much as possible. Of course, where the low-code platform can cover the needs of our clients. And before Mari will join, I will take the, okay, he's joining now. I will take the opportunity to share some thoughts about the next part of our presentation. And the fact that we have with us our technological partner from Aurachain, who will showcase the module from the local platform dedicated on the HR processes automation. Mari, you're back. Okay.
Yes, sorry for that. Some
no problem.
Net connections issues. I will now go further with another solution that I want to present to you. This is a solution that we are using in Romania, and also we've deployed in several other countries. This is a solution based on machine learning technologies. We're discussing about artificial intelligence right here. This is a tool created using let's say different technologies. So we are using about COFAX technology as a RPA and OCR, and also Python for the algorithm and calculation capabilities, for example. What this tool is doing is a vouching tool, as we are calling in KPMG. Is a tool that automatically scrape the data from and collects data from invoices and other let's say documents, electronic documents, and also scan documents. Of course, we're discussing about bank statements, invoices, I don't know, credit notes, and so on. The idea is that the COFAX solutions, and I will start it, reads the scan the electronic documents, extract the data, put the data in a tabular form in Excel, for example, and after that we have a matching algorithm built in Python that identifies those data and try to reconcile the data that is available on the invoices and with the data, let's say, from the general ledger or trial balances. Of course, this is a process that we have it in this way because the main focus was for audit, where we have to check some invoices, but of course we have this part of COFAX and the machine learning and OCR algorithms using for other purposes as well. So, for example, for posting invoices, we are using this type of technology where we upload into the COFAX solutions. We upload the documents, and the tool will read and collects the data from the document, and then it will goes to the let's say posting in the ERP of the data collected from the tool. And this is a tool that we are using in KPMG for more than 2 years. As I mentioned, we deployed it and customized in order to work for other countries as well. Saudi Arabia is one of them, just to name it. So we, let's say, customized the entire solutions in order to work on their types of documents, their types of invoices, for example, because there are many differences on their invoices, and of course on their language. So these solutions can be customized in order to work on different languages and different types of documents. This is the part where the Python application, the Python matching algorithm comes forward. So after the data is collected and extracted into Excel files, into tabular form, the Python algorithms will match line by line, item by item from the data, from the documents, and it will reconcile or post the data into the ERPs. Of course, there are embedded some nice features. So, for example, if we are missing some invoices or there are some differences, as you see on the yellow lines, the tool will highlight them for you, and you can have a second look and to further, let's say, identify the issues. I will move now further, and I will discuss with you about an invoice clearing RPA robot that we've built for a company, for one of our clients in Netherlands. It's a 24/7 robot that works connected directly to their ERP. In this case, we're discussing about Microsoft Navision. This tool is implemented in Romania and works with different countries. So, for example, the tool receives their payments details from the finance team, which is located in Singapore. That team sends the payment details to the robot, which is located here in Romania, and the robot will connect to the client systems ERP, which is located in Netherlands. So this is a 24/7 robot which identifies the correct payments and the details of the payments, and also identifies the related invoices in the client ERP. I will try to speed up a bit the presentation just to cover as much as possible. I just to show you one other solution that we have. This is the payroll solutions, and this is the solutions that we are offering to our clients. It's a software as a service solutions, which is available in KPMG for more than 2 years. This robot covers the entire, let's say, payroll process, which means that the robot starts from the standard payroll statements that are received by us from our clients, and goes to the entire, let's say, payroll process. That means the calculation of the salaries, the calculation of the social charges, bonuses, timesheets, holidays, paid holidays, and so on. After the entire calculation is done, the robot interacts with some several, let's say, payroll systems that we have, DP Payroll and UCMS in Romania, and also fills up the data there, which means that the tool is connected to authorities as well as the client system if needed. I will try to speed up this video just to show you how the robot interacts with the system. So everything that you see on the screen is done by the robot. We try to cover some of the sensitive data in order to protect the client's information. This is the robot that works for more than 20 of our clients in this moment. Of course, the robot does have some let's say, error issues and error handling capabilities that show you if there are any errors, there are any differences, and so on in the entire process. And I just want to share with you one more solution. This is a solutions based on big data processing. This is a solution that we've built for one of our life insurance clients. The purpose of this robot is to connect to the client systems. It's a tool that we deployed on premise because or due to the sensitivity of the data of the clients. So the robot collects the data related to the insurees and the insurance details for their clients. It will analyze, it will do some statistics based on the types of the insurances that they have in their systems, and also it drafts and completes several statements, several reports that are need to be uploaded by the clients, by the insurance companies, to the local authorities. This is a solution that we built in Python because we are discussing about big data. We are discussing about huge volumes of data that exceeds millions of entries, and we choose to use Python because this is the best approach that we have in matter of big data processing. Because we have a very little time available for this presentation, I thank you very much, and I will gladly ask your questions that will be arriving in the chat. Thank you very much. Anne, I will handle it back to you.
So thank you for this detailed presentation showing some of our robots developed internally. We will move from this RPA approach, so task automation approach, to the process automation approach. And for this, we are together with our partners from Aurachain. And what we want to show you now, it's how we can use a low-code platform, this Aurachain technology, to automate very complex processes like HR. And it can cover, of course, any process from any type of company, regardless of the industry. Having in mind okay, the current I don't know, situation that we have, we choose the HR process, but feel free to consider that it can be it can cover any process. So Bruno, I'm moving now to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Lovely to be here. Thanks for having us. So let me just quickly start by giving you a short 3-minute introduction on what the platform is, and then we'll move into a very practical demo. And the first thing is what we are as a platform. Aurachain is a platform that allows organizations to build applications in days or in weeks, rather than the traditional way of doing things, which would take months or years. And these applications can range from simple to very complex enterprise-grade apps. They can be designed and rolled out by visually describing the business needs without any coding. And so what we are trying to achieve with the platform is that essentially we enable rapid transformation in organizations. And many of our clients are using us to promote operational efficiency throughout the business. Just to check, Anne-Marie, can you hear me right?
If it's just raise the voice a little bit, it's possible. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll try to do that. Give me just a second. Yes, there's not much I can do. I'll raise my voice. We are essentially helping organizations transform their end-to-end processes. And they do this in the platform by automating those processes, by optimizing them, and by executing and monitoring them all in a single and easy-to-use platform. And the keyword here is really end-to-end process. As we just showed you RPA, it's maybe worth clarifying 2 things about these technologies, low-code and RPA. The first thing is low-code and RPA are not competitors. They are very different things with little to no overlaps. And the second aspect is they are not only different, but they complement each other nicely, and they can generate loads of value when used in combination. Just to give you a few examples of what we mean by end-to-end process, if we are talking HR, for example, the low-code platform would be handling things like the end-to-end employee hiring and onboarding process. And by the way, this is the example we'll use in the demo today. Or it will be handling employee offboarding or leave requests or performance reviews and many, many more processes that are part of the HR domain. But the platform can also help in other areas in the organization, or for that matter, in other industries. So, for example, it can handle a vendor onboarding or a purchase to pay process if we are talking about finance and procurement. If we are talking about the insurance domain, it might be a claims process, an end-to-end claims process. Or in banking or other industries, it could be customer onboarding or customer support. The main point and the fundamental message is handling the design, optimization, automation, execution of the end-to-end digital process with applications that are built in days, not in months, not in years. And this drives a series of benefits beyond the obvious one about efficiency, of course, increasing productivity and promoting consistency throughout the organization. We do this in the platform by standardizing processes, which reduces rework and enables true ongoing continuous improvement, but also other aspects that only digital process low-code can provide, like visibility and control, knowing what is happening with each case in real time, and being able to audit what happened in the past, what decisions were made, who approved something, what data that person used to approve something, who made changes to a case. All of that is getting higher and higher in our customers' priorities list. And we aim to make everything that happens in the platform, so in your operation, very visible in real time. Finally, which I think might, from a low-code standpoint, might be the most relevant point or the most relevant benefit, is this ability to change things quickly, to build in hours or days, and this gives you a completely new ability to innovate. You are able to experiment more, to quickly change and adapt an application to any new business requirement, and doing that in hours or in days, without that whole cycle, that whole lengthy development cycle, which includes all the steps and testing, and it can take months. And this is a very tangible benefit that low-code delivers. And it has a profound impact in how digital solutions are built in organizations. And so this is really what I wanted to show you in terms of slides, just to give you some context for the demo that we are about to show you. I will now hand over to my colleague Dragos. Dragos will show you the platform in action in the most practical way possible, using an employee hiring and onboarding example, and showing you first the end user experience, how end users interact with the platform, how they execute their activities there, but also how we design applications in a true low-code fashion. So if anyone has any questions, just let me know. If not, I'll hand over to Dragos.
Thanks, Bruno. I'm going to share my screen now. Just a second. Okay. So pretty much like you mentioned, we're going to cover two essential things now. The first part of the demo, we're going to get a feeling of how end users, company employees interact with the platform on a day-to-day basis, as well as infrequent users or external collaborators. On the second part, we're actually going to take a look at how it's built approach of our platform and the configuration side of each one of the modules of the platform. Before jumping into the demo, I'll just take another couple of seconds to explain the steps that we're going to cover. So by looking at the process or the application diagram that we should be now visible on screen, we can see that this specific hiring and onboarding use case starts off with an offer initiation task, which is usually performed by a line manager inside the company whenever they want to hire a new recruit. It then goes to the purple stage, which is an approval stage called approval metrics inside our platform. We then have an HR officer generate the offer for this candidate after the approval is confirmed. We have the ability to contact directly the candidate and send their offer, send the offer to them and have them approve it or reject it. If it's accepted, we then go through a negotiation loop for the contract. After the contract is signed by the candidate, we can start the onboarding part of the process, which is usually handled by the line manager once again, who prepares the induction plan and selects what equipment should be allocated based on the position that the new hiree will will take in the company, and after that we'll split it into 3 parallel tasks. One which would be handled by HR, where they will handle the policies and payroll setup and other such actions. Facilities, so the actual desk and access cards or whatever the case might be. And finally, IT setup, where they actually prepare the hardware and software allocation requested by the manager. There are a couple of final stages where everything is reviewed, signed by the new onboarded candidate, and finally the process is closed. So going back to the initial landing page of the platform, this is what we call the dashboard inside the platform. This is the main productivity hub for everyone that performs a role inside the company. We've split this into 3 different pieces. The first piece here on top is a traffic light system that pretty much gives you direct information regarding the total tasks that are assigned either directly to you or to teams that you are a part of. And then that information is split between various KPIs set inside each one of the applications designed in the platform. So as long as you're on time and deliver everything fast, you're going to see everything here in the green. As deadline approaches or is passed, you're going to see tasks moving towards the overdue side. The main body of the dashboard is the tasks area, where you can see every piece of work that is either assigned, as I said, directly to you or the teams that you're a part of. We aimed here to give employees of companies the ability to self-prioritize their work. They have the ability to sort either by priority or by applications. If they're part of multiple applications inside our platform, they can sort by statuses. They can start claiming or viewing tasks that are assigned directly to them, and pretty much complete them one by one as they see fit. This is the let's say the participant view or the team member view. However, the platform also offers a different view for team leaders. So as long as you are set up inside the platform as a team manager, you will have access to my team dashboard, which is set up for my current demo users. Here, you on top of everything else that we've covered so far, you're going to have access to a productivity chart. This will give you a complete overview over the productivity of the team that you are managing. Whether you want to see the results for the whole team or for individuals, you'll be able to quickly switch between the views by just using your mouse's left click and right click. You will be able to compare different individuals. So just to have a complete overview of how productivity or how tasks are managed by your teams. Finally, you have access to all the work that is handled by your team. You can take quick actions here and either reassign them if you see a lack of productivity, or even send them back to the pool of tasks if you want another individual from the team to claim it and start working on them. Finally, if we go back to applications, you're going to see a list of all the applications that you have access to, whether your rights or permissions allow you to launch them, start configuring them, or if you're a process owner, you have direct access to reports. Without further ado, I'm going to launch the hiring and onboarding application, playing the role of a line manager of a customer service team. And this would be the first UI of the application. You can see that, or it's worth mentioning at this point that all the UIs have been configured inside the platform. We're going to quickly take a look at how that is performed in a couple of minutes. I will just quickly fill in my email address. And for the purpose of the demo, everything else will be filled in. Just to give you a sense of the widgets that are available inside the UI, you can have simple drop-down lists or autocomplete drop-down lists, various calendars that you can work with, and of course the option of configuration if they are mandatory, if you want to add tooltips and so on. Another option that is available at an interface level is the ability to automatically populate data from external systems. In this case, the specific drop-down list is of benefits. is populated from the internal ERP system of Aurachain. So you will have customized benefits for each one of the new candidates based on the position that they're occupying. Finally, I'm going to update the candidate's resume with just a simple click, and then submit the data for approval to the next step of the process. If you remember, that was the purple stage. We're going to quickly skip the approval stage. We're going to consider that it has been internally approved, whether it took one approval or multiple based on the internal business rules. And then we're going to move to the generate offer part. So now I'm playing the role of an HR officer. I have a task inside my inbox. And as you can see, the information is now tailored for my role. I have access to pretty much all or the relevant information in order to be able to generate the offer for this specific candidate. I will quickly just request a couple of personalized onboarding documents, and with just one click of a button, I will be able to dynamically generate an offer for this specific candidate, which is based on the template that is defined inside the platform. Again, in the how it's built part, I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to configure as many document templates as necessary. So the document is ready. I can either digitally sign it if I have that option, or I can print it, sign it, and then scan it back into the system. In this case, I will quickly upload it and send it forward to the candidate. As I said, maybe a unique capability to this platform is the ability to involve external users in internal processes. This is done by sending out either an email or an SMS notification to them and inviting them to participate to the ongoing process designed internally. If I just quickly update my email, I should receive an invite. Maybe it takes a couple of seconds. Email is a bit slow this morning. Okay, it seems the email is slow, so I will just move on and quickly highlight another view, which is further down the line after contract has been signed. I will be able to, as a line manager, I'll be able to allocate equipment and the induction plan for the candidate Marian Potru. This is again done at an UI level by switching to the specific tab inside the UI. Again, a different side of communication between our platform and other external systems can be done or at an UI level through the push of a button. So by sending the information about the employee position, again from an ERP system or other maybe CRM systems, I can receive all the standard hardware and software allocations. I will be able to add some more if it's necessary at this time. Otherwise, I will just fill in the remaining information required and upload an induction plan for this candidate, and I can then submit it, and it will be, if you remember, it will be split between the three parallel tasks. Just to give you a quick overview of how these are displayed, I will quickly open the HR tab. Or the IT one, and in this case, you're going to see again customized UIs for the let's say team or actor that is involved in this. In this case, I'm just seeing the information regarding hardware that I need to set up as an IT participant to the application. I can just fill in the relevant data, confirm that my work has been done, generate a handover report, and so on. So this should pretty much give you a feeling of how end users or company employees interact with the platform directly. I will quickly just show you another view which is available inside the system. As if you remember, the report side, which is available out of the box when installing our platform, will give you a complete overview of all the tasks that are currently running through the application, as well as an overview of the completed ones. This will help process owners take immediate actions whenever they see information such as the red circles that I displayed here, which mean tasks are way past deadline, so they need to either reassign them or maybe create rules inside the system for let's say additional teams that could be brought in to expedite the onboarding application or process. The options available here are, for example, if you want to drill down a specific step, you can quickly click on it. You will see all the affected tasks here. Again, we want to focus on the overdue one. With just one click, we can have a read-only view of it. And here on the right-hand side, you will have access, first of all, to the business audit. You will see everything that has happened so far with this specific iteration of the application, which individuals have interacted with it, when, what decisions they've taken. Even at a more granular level, you will be able to see here what data has been changed. So instead of wasting time and trying to find out exactly who's holding back progress on onboarding exercise, you can quickly just see here who's been sitting with, for how long, and maybe reach out to them and see what's going on. Another key feature here is the ability to see at one spot all the documents that have been either uploaded or generated by the platform. Again, when it comes to the platform approach, this is really important for us. We know that there's a lot of challenges when hosting documents in either file servers or external systems without having them linked to a specific case. And this way, you will have them all packed and ready even to be exported or reviewed at any point in time. This would pretty much cover the, let's say, interaction from an end user point of view. And now I would like to quickly switch back to the build view and give you a feeling of how easy it is to actually configure an application like this inside our platform. As a point of reference, keep in mind that this is the application that we're using internally in Aurachain as well. And it was designed and ready for business testing in less than 3 days. In order to give you a feeling why this can be achieved so quickly, I'm going to highlight now the 5 available modules for configuration. First of all, being the diagrams one, where you design the application steps. Secondly, the interface builder, where you design the UIs or the forms that you've seen me interact with at the start of the demo. The document builder, where document templates are defined for dynamic document generation. APIs, where you define the communication rules with external systems, whether you are pushing data to an external system or whether you want applications to receive inside our platform to receive information from external systems. Last but not least is the data model and catalogs module. This covers pretty much the structure of the whole data, which is the backbone of this whole application. So going through them, I'll just take a couple of minutes to give you a feeling of how you interact with them. Our aim is to make most of these modules as intuitive as possible, pretty much relieving the stress from the IT department and involving as much as possible subject matter experts like business analysts or process owners. Just to give you a quick feeling of how an application is designed inside this module, all you have to do is drag and drop an element, connect it to an already existing one, and as soon as business validation is performed, you will have a new version of the application ready to be tested. Several of the elements that you've already seen as I walked through the specific use case are here available on the left-hand side. So we have human tasks, which were the main point of interaction, where information is either typed in or reviewed by an individual. We had an approval matrix, which was the approval stage. This is our approach to multiple levels of approval, which can be found inside the company. They are easily designed and added here in the right-hand side configuration panel. You can quickly define as many rules for each one of the levels. Just to give you another or a different business example, let's say you have an account opening application inside your system. You might have here as many as 10 or 15, 20 levels of approval based on various data collected about the individual that wants to open the account. Going forward, we have the external task is the one where you're allowed to bring in external collaborators like the candidates. After they perform two-factor authentication, they are able to review the data and collaborate directly with the application without having them registered on the platform. Finally, a couple of system stages. So as you've seen, you can either generate documents or call APIs at an UI level with the push of a button, or you can have them be completely, let's say, human-free between stages. They won't require any human input, and you will have the data ready in the following step. When it comes to actual configuration, by just clicking on one of the stages, you will open the configuration panel here on the right-hand side. A couple of key features. First of all, you saw how deadlines and expirations are present in the dashboard and in the reporting side. This is where you set them up for each one of the stages of the application. This is where you connect an interface directly to a human stage. Assignment is covered in the second tab. This is where you decide what individuals or teams or roles will perform a specific action. It's worth mentioning at this point that the platform can easily connect to an Active Directory of a company, import the organizational structure, and just list them here as catalog values. So if I want to add another individual, I have this option here. Another option would be to directly sync with the cloud provider of a company. So for example, if you are using Office 365 as an identity provider, we can sync with it, and you will have access by using the same sign-on on the platform as well. Additionally, you can, if, for example, the business case requires that you catch specific exceptions, or you want them maybe treated differently as you go to the application, you have the ability to create business rules here as well. Just to give you a really short example, we might want specific candidates that maybe have a salary after probation of over 100,000 to be reviewed by a CFO instead of the normal SMEs. This is easily done here. On top of that, we have the ability to trigger email and SMS notifications to the new SMEs in case they are infrequent users of the platform. I'll try to move it along, so make sure that we cover everything. By quickly jumping to the interface builder, the second module of the platform, this is where you have a list of all the UIs that are being used by this specific application. If I were to give you just a quick overview of the hardware and software inventory one, you can see that you will at all time have a direct preview of what you're building. This makes it easier for business users to configure the screens throughout the application. You will have a familiar view like the previous module with elements of building on the left-hand side and configuration on the right-hand side. Interacting with this specific module is really straightforward. You select an area where you want to add a new field. You add the field, it's going to be brought directly to the bottom, and then by clicking on them, you can start configuring them. So for example, if you want a new hire location tab field, you can give it a name. You can then decide its properties with just simple clicks. If you want them to be read-only or mandatory, if you want to change the position inside the same panel, and finally, if you want to for it to share space with the other widgets. Again, our whole approach when designing this this platform is to make sure that the person holding the subject matter expertise can go in directly and configure the elements without having to rely on a specific or on a different department or an external, let's say, programming team. One other module that I would like to quickly cover is the document builder. As I said, this is where you design document templates. We are using, let's say, a Microsoft Word approach where you have formatting and configuration elements here at the top. Whether you are trying to design a simple one-page template or multiple pages like the contract of, in this specific case, everything can be done quickly here inside the specific module. And furthermore, you have the ability to just, if you have an existing template already, to just copy and paste it here directly. When it comes to making it dynamic, it's as simple as just editing the text. Let's say, for example, I've copied this contract from an already existing PDF file within the company. I can personalize it for the Aurachain company. And if I want to add specific dynamic data from the application, it's just as simple as, let's say, adding the candidate email, typing $sign on my keyboard, and I will have access to all the data information available for this application. By quickly fast typing email, I will sort everything out, and with just one click, I will add that dynamic data directly here. Another important feature that I will highlight here is the conditional blocking option, conditional block option, which will allow you to decide whether information is visible or not, for example, by again setting up really simple rules. So for example, maybe a paragraph of this contract should only be visible to a specific department within the company. This is quickly done by again relying on the data model of the application. We're going to look for the department name. Let's say this should only be visible for the sales department. Again, with just a couple of clicks and fast typing some information, you'll be able to create simple, medium, or really complex rules to govern the output of a document or any other elements inside the application. I will quickly go through let's say, the more complex elements in the fourth and fifth modules of the platform, and then we can open the discussion for any questions you might have. So as I was saying, are quickly configured here as well. Even though this is a more IT or DevOps oriented tasks, this is done again without using any type of code. We have a wizard-based approach where you just define the elements of the API, either by adding the URL address or by uploading the web service file directly. We realize that communication with external systems is vital, so we try to make it as simple as intuitive as possible to send or receive information from them throughout the application lifecycle. Finally, the data model. This is where you define the structure of all the data that you've seen me use either at an UI level, in rules when building the application, in documents when building the template. This is again done through a wizard-based approach, and you will have access, for example, in this candidate info, let's say, structure or class, to all of the attributes that you need to complete the data and make sure that you've gathered all the data either from an external system or at an UI level. I think this is pretty much everything that I've wanted to show you today. So if you have any questions, or Anne-Marie, please tell us how to proceed.
So no, I don't have anything to add on your presentation. If from participant side we have some questions. If not, feel free to complete As it was said at the beginning of the Aurachain presentation, that comparison between RPA and low-code platforms, yes, they're very complementary. And another topic that might be addressed completing this Aurachain platform is related to the conversational artificial intelligence bots, the chatbots. We have in place this partnership with the Romanian company Druid, with whom we are building both internally for KPMG processes, especially for HR. We are using their platform to build our dedicated chatbots with the same team that we presented at the beginning of this panel. And also we are helping our customers in using Druid technology in different part of their processes, regardless if we're discussing about their internal processes in their direct relation with the employees or in their relation with their clients. I don't think that we have much more time to enter into the short demo about Druid. That's why I'm just discussing about this technology that we have also in our portfolio, and it's very complementary with everything that we discussed today. So I would like to ramp up this panel, and I would like to thank you for your presence of today. You can use 𝐬𝐵SLE as a communication channel with us, and please feel free to send them any more questions that you have for us. What I like to complete before ending is that we try to build this agenda around the applications that are easy to use, are easy to be adopted in organizations, and are easy to be included in the landscape of the IT landscape of your application. We really believe, based on our personal experience by using these applications inside our organizations, that they can really help us in these very challenging times, and they can really help us to take more strategic decisions with a higher speed. They're providing us the help to be more agile and also more flexible. And I would also like to thank ABSL for facilitating this panel, to my colleagues that helped me throughout this almost 2 hours of intensive presentations. And last but not least, I'd like to thank you as our audience that stood with us until this final moment. And I really hope that during these 2 hours that you choose to spend with us, we were able to provide you with very insightful information about what we are doing, and that you'll find this useful, and you'll find this useful to be used in your organization.
Thank you, Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you.